Breaking news, my wonderful people. President Bola Tinubu holds emergency meeting with the organized labor NLC and the TUC leaders. My country people, hope it's not what I'm thinking. Now that President Bola Tinubu is currently meeting with the leaders of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress ahead of the planned nationwide protest against hardship, it was learned that the NLC leaders and the TUC leaders met with the federal government in the Aso Rock Villa. They are having discussions and meetings concerning the planned protest that is being scheduled for the 27th of February and the 28th of February 2024. Now, my country people, we all know why the NLC decided to hold this protest, because they gave an ultimatum to the federal government to meet its demands, the agreement that was reached on October. But after the fading away of the 14-day ultimatum, the labor union had to embark on a strike. So as it is now, sources within the Aso Villa have said the meeting is currently being held at the Aso Rock Villa and would be decisive for the 2-day planned protest. Now, the Labour Congress has warned the government against attacking members. They recently warned the government, the DSS, the Nigerian police, against attacking its members and protesters during the nationwide planned protest scheduled for tomorrow, February 27th, and on Wednesday, February 28th. And according to the NLC, any attack whatsoever on their procession will lead to a total shutdown of the economy. The NLC had announced a nationwide protest scheduled for February 27th and 28th to kick against the economic challenges facing Nigerians. And yes, the decision came after a 14-day ultimatum issued to the Nigerian government regarding the widespread hardship. But thereafter, the DSS and the Attorney General of the Federation, the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi-San, had urged the NLC to shelve its proposed nationwide protest. They've urged them to back out on the protest, and this is quite interesting because they are telling the people not to cry out against the injustice being melted on them, against the anti-people policies being imposed on them by this Tinubu's administration. Amid this increasing hardship, this rising inflation, this high cost of living, a human rights group, Take It Back movement, had staged a protest in Lagos State, southwest Nigeria, against the government's indifference to the plight of Nigerians. It was also reported that the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Fayode, on Sunday had warned against any form of violent protest in the Nigeria's Commercial Nerve Center. But irrespective of those warnings, protesters who hit the streets on Monday morning were seen carrying placards with various messages at the underbridge, at the Ojuelegba underbridge. The protesters lamented the hardship, the economic challenges in the country, saying Nigerians were getting poorer and poorer by the day. And you all know that they blame the policies of this administration of Bola Tinubu for the worsening, situation. So my country people, this one will be say these NLC leaders don't go get closed door meeting with the federal government. I hope they no go come out come to say they want suspend the protest, because normally na wetin they do right from time. We know their movement, we know how they say they arrange this their waka. No be today e start. Normally the NLC will come out and say, oh, we want to stage a protest, and a day to the protest they will go into a meeting, or they will have these dialogues or these negotiations with the federal government and its agencies, and then at the end of the day, at the dying minutes, my country people, this same NLC wey use mouth talk say they wan go strike, na dem go still come out talk say they no go again. So this thing come make so many Nigerians come dey doubt this NLC people. They come dey see them like people wey no even dey serious at all, because how can a serious-minded person who have claimed to wanting to embark on a strike back out at the dying minute. I mean, people have gotten a lot of assertions that it must be maybe the federal government have given them settlement, maybe the federal government have given them some, some settlement to quell themselves down, leaving the rest of the Nigerian workers to fend for themselves, making mockery of the Nigerian workers who have already geared up themselves ahead of the next day's protest. So my country people, a lot of Nigerian workers currently are holding their hands, fingers crossed, hoping that the NLC will do the right thing, because it has become a cycle that keeps on repeating itself again and again, and the NLC leaders tend to feel the Nigerian workers, because at the end of the day, they will still come out with the same story. They will postpone the planned protest and tell the Nigerian workers to go back after they finish collecting bribe. Who knows what they are doing? So we hope we won't get to see the usual package of the NLC this time, because I'm sure the Nigerian workers will not find it funny this time around. And I must say, a lot of people are even having doubts if the planned protests would hold tomorrow. People are still having doubts that the planned protests would hold tomorrow, because now that the NLC leaders are in a meeting with the president, who knows what they are up to. And we know that whenever they go into a meeting with the federal government, they tend to come out postponing the planned protest. They think that the federal government have the interest of the people at heart. That is a lie. That is a big lie. Had it been the FG has the interest of the people at heart, we won't be at this point where we are. The NLC won't be complaining. Since last year, they've been complaining that the federal government up till now have not reached their agreements, have not even attended to their needs. All the promises being made by the federal government, the 35,000 naira wage award has not been given to both private workers and public workers in this country. None of them have been attended to. That is why they are embarking on this strike. And who knows what will be the outcome of this meeting. So my country people, let's cross our fingers and hope that the NLC leaders would make a wise decision and not a foolish decision of calling off the strike. Because if they do, well, I guess that is the last screw that will break the camel's back, because Nigerians and the Nigerian workers will lose their total confidence in the NLC leadership. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.